Yo, ladies and gentlemen, bitches, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. We're back with episode 4 of the Real Madrid career mode here in RainKeroseneyt, and we're starting off. You get a quick look at the La Liga team of the week. Unfortunately, no Real Madrid players in that team of the week. And a quick look at the top scorers as it stands early on. I want to show you guys more of this type of stuff because, before starting this career mode, I took a look back at a lot of my other career modes, and I'm taking a look at what I could do a little bit differently to improve, presentation, stuff like that. I realize I don't really show you guys that type of stuff a lot, really, top scorers in the leagues in general, other leagues, all that type of stuff. So I'm going to try and show a little bit more, not all the time, but at least to keep you guys up to date with that type of stuff going on around the league. But first game of today's episode, lining up against Real Majorca in the La Liga, of course. This is how we're lining up in this game. We're still undefeated in the league this season and hoping to, continue to make our push towards La Liga championship. Usually, 10 games in is when you usually really take focus on positions in the league. That's when you really start to look at the table and it starts to take shape. But you really want to, put yourself in a position to actually be strong even before that. So, I kind of expected us to have a few more stutters early on in the season, give us a few more problems. But, I mean, we're doing well so far. We've won every game other than one, which we drew, I believe. And early on into this game, this man who's been on brilliant form for us so far, and I mentioned in the last episode, we scored with Valverde, and he came out and done a backflip. Now Vinicius is doing a backflip. I don't know what's going on with FIFA. I don't know. I only press, I usually just press A for the signature celebration. They give me backflips, so now I'm like in two minds. I'm doubting myself. Does he do a backflip? Doesn't he do a backflip? Maybe it's a bit more of a cartwheel. I don't know. Handstand? Something? I've never seen Vinny do a backflip. I've seen him score. Never seen him do a backflip, but that is FIFA being FIFA, I guess. Maybe, I don't know. 9 minutes in, we were, caution, we were pulled back, given a penalty to Mallorca. And Eder Militao, I think that's, I don't know if it touches his hand. One thing I have noticed, I've been playing with handballs on since literally my very first save with Leicester. So I've been playing with it a long time. It seems like handballs are a lot more common this year. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's, I don't know. Certain animations, I don't know. But Mallorca did miss the penalty. And I was talking in the last episode about them missing a lot of penalties. Those ones, I'm not really, they're not so much of a problem. If I dive right and I save it, it is what it is. But when they're actually missing the target, that's a little bit too much. But Vinny, on the left-hand side, in another similar position. He's seeming to like this position right here. Looking for that far post again. But the Mallorca keeper getting in the way and getting a very crucial hand onto the end of that one to push that out wide for a Real Madrid corner. And David Alaba stepping up to take said corner. You want that left footer to whip in a nice delivery. We've had success from corners so far this season. Will we get another goal from it? It's defended well earlier. It's headed down. Toni Kroos forcing a save out of keeper. Comes back to Kroos, who recovers it well. Plays it back to Eden Hazard. And Eden Hazard gets his goal for the day. 33 minutes on the clock, and it seems like our two wingers are really stepping up this season. Not so much from Benzema so far, only the 2 goals from him, one in the La Liga, but Hazard and Vinny have really been doing it, and I really like that goal. There's certain goals, that's the beauty of playing on manual. Like, there are certain passes that you just can't make unassisted. There's certain goals that just, it just opens up the game to so much more variety. I don't know, maybe you could score that, but generally the ball would, the finish would be different because it would head further into the corner, which would probably lead to a different animation. It just opens up the game playing on manual. But we came forward again, 41 minutes on the clock, and Hazard forcing another save out of the keeper, and we're really just putting it onto Mallorca early on in this game. The first half, we came, we took it to them, we put them under heaps of pressure. And they done well to only be 2-0 down, but beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. Even passes like that. Lovely pass from Kroos. It eventually found Benzema, and the keeper came out and smothered it well. But those crossfield passes, I tell you now, I am loving playing them crossfield passes. I am loving them. They're just, you can't play them unassisted. Like, you could play similar with lofted through balls. but it's just not the same. Like with the manual square passes, you can just put the ball wherever you want. You can give it the perfect direction, the perfect power, and I'm absolutely loving it. But Mallorca under a little bit of pressure, and we put them into a dangerous situation right there. And Rodrigo found Benzema, and 89 minutes on the clock. Talking about Benzema, opens up his, well, I say opens up his account. He's already got 1 in the La Liga, but doubles his account for the season, I guess. And again, manual passing kind of showed his head, because this pass, well, I meant to give it to Benzema, but I feel like on assisted, I don't know, because if you watch back, he didn't lock onto it instantly, but the fact that it was weighted in his path, he kind of locked onto it. I don't know, it seems, I don't know, it just, the amount of freedom that is given to you on manual, I'm enjoying it a lot. But this game ended 3-0, and I'm loving the variety of goal scorers. 1 goal for each of our front 3, and we're having a beautiful start to the season so far, and especially at the Bernabeu, we're showing that we could be real dangerous. Man of the match award went to Benzema for a goal and an assist. But what was there was something that I wanted to go back to and touch on before I was talking about the passing, I believe. But important news right here. Luka Modric re-signing a contract extension with us. Look, we got the Steez report. Shout out Steez. Shout out my brother Wolfie. Reporting Luka Modric signing a 1-year contract extension, and the beauty of it is that he took a pay cut to do it. Obviously, we have this rule of the wage cap, so we're gonna have to be real careful with the contracts that we're handing out. And lovely to have Luka Modric staying with us for an extra season and taking a pay cut. 50,000 we took off of his contract, and honestly, I'm starting to think now that maybe we could have taken less off, because obviously he's gonna be going down in rating pretty soon, and you know, obviously, the better player, the more money they're going to ask for. So maybe if I'd waited a little bit, we could have got a better deal. But it's Luka Modric, and to have him for another year, I'm happy to take it. Honestly, I fear the day that players like Modric retire, bro. Imagine living in a world where we don't get to watch Luka Modric play anymore. The guy is a magician, man. He's so good. But big game for us right now is we're playing against Villarreal, a team that I think is really slept on, especially in real life. I mean, we saw the danger that they caused Man United in the Champions League. They completely outplayed them, at least in the first half. They got a brilliant midfield partnership with Trigueros and Danny Parejo. They've got good wingers with Danjuma and Chukwueze. They've got a goal scorer in Gerard Moreno. Pau Torres and Mandy at the back are solid. They got a good team, and I was real wary of that when we what's the word? When we welcomed them to the Santiago Bernabeu, and they did come out and they caused us a lot of problems right here, as Alberto Moreno, playing down that left hand side, got a lot of space and found Chukwueze at the back post, and he forced a good save out of Courtois. They trying to hit us with that near post cheese, bro. You can't hit Thibaut Courtois with the near post cheese. It's too good. It's too good. But a kind of quiet first half was lit up when the defense completely backed off of Vinny and he punished them. This kid just continues to show us that he is the future of this new era of Real Madrid. He just scores again. He is lighting up. Look, the Villarreal defense just stood off of him completely, and I was ready to take somebody on. Like, usually the AI are on you when you're trying to dribble at them. Like, dribbling against the AI is damn near impossible, beating the AI one-on-one. I was ready to try it, but they just backed off and opened it up for me. And Vinicius Jr. opened up the scoring with an absolutely brilliant finish. And speaking of, Danjuma, he came on the left-hand side for Alberto Moreno. He just, who did Man United play that game? Dallo? Bodied. Bodied. But Villarreal were causing a lot of problems, and they got themselves back into the game 68 minutes in. And it's that man that you would expect, Gerard Moreno, an absolute assassin up top. A player I would not mind signing at all at Real Madrid. The only worry is obviously his age. I think he's about 29 years old right now. Which, you already know me. I'm not against signing older players. Like, I'm not the type that's only going to go out and sign the young wonder kids. Like, I don't mind signing an older player, but that is the only worry, really. And we made some changes to try and get ourselves back into the lead, with Isco coming on for his first appearance of the season. And just under 20 minutes to try and make something happen as the ball fell to Toni Kroos. No real options for him, so he went for it from range and forces a good save out of Geronimo Rulli in the Geronimo Rulli is the Villarreal goalkeeper, right? Maybe I'm pretty sure it is. Maybe I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But you can't tell when the dude ain't got a face. But yeah, forces a save out of the Villarreal keeper. Deep into added time now, trying to make something happen. Rodrigo on a good run. Lucas Vazquez pulls it back and probably should have taken a touch and volleyed, but we went for the header from range and we was never really going to score from there. And we were held to a draw for Villarreal at the Bernabeu. Villarreal gave us a very tough game in this one, and this is what I'm just loving. The challenge that I'm getting. Like, even the last game where we won comfortably, or it looks like we won comfortably, I can assure you, like, again, you guys only see what gets put in the highlights, right? But you don't see the whole game. And I'm gonna try and do a fair amount of live games this season. Well, this save, sorry. But and you guys will see the battle a little bit more there. But even in these games where it looks like we're winning comfortably, man, it's up until we score, I'm tense. I'm tense, man, because we're giving the ball away left and right. They're battling, they're intercepting. I get even that getting through on goal, I might not finish it. It's tough, man, and the sliders are making it. The sliders, and you know, another thing I'm loving is the atmosphere. Like, it's been a long time since I sat down and played FIFA and actually like was in the game. Like, other series, maybe I was playing the game and I was on my phone at the same time, or I had a video playing in the background. Now this year, I'm playing the game. I got my headphones in, crank the volume up. Atmosphere, crowd is screaming at me. The ball hits the back of the net. Beautiful sound. The way they got the net sounding this year, oh my god, it's lovely. Ball hits the back of the net. The Bernabeu explodes. The atmosphere is crazy. I would advise you guys. It's something that's kind of hard to capture in the videos because obviously I can't just have music blaring over my voice, right? I'm doing a voiceover, so my voice has to be louder, right? So it's hard to capture the atmosphere, and obviously it's highlights. So we're chopping it up. It's not, you know, the sound is not consistent. So it's something that's hard to capture. But even so, I would advise you guys to, if you can, you know, put some headphones in while you're watching these videos. Because the atmosphere in FIFA, if there's anything that you can't criticize about FIFA, it is the atmosphere in these stadiums. They're amazing. But 4 minutes into the game against Shakhtar Donetsk, our second Champions League game of the campaign, Eden Hazard claimed it, but it definitely was not Hazard's goal. I was actually trying to do the no celebration where they put their hands up because, you know, it wasn't his goal. I don't want my players running around celebrating own goals, but I obviously pressed the wrong button. A little unfortunate from Shakhtar Donetsk, you know. It's one of the things. That's something I'm liking about this game more as well. There's a lot more deflected goals, you know, it's just scrappy stuff. That's what I like. I like unpredictability. I don't want my football games to feel like they're on a track. But we were put in behind, 10 minutes, chance to double our lead. And Eden Hazard crashes his shot against the crossbar. We're just putting pressure on Shakhtar Donetsk. Another home game. I mean, we're looking electrifying in our home games. Shakhtar coming forward, trying to create a chance of their own. And they move the ball well, and a shot from range. And Courtois, absolutely brilliant save again. This is something I've noticed. Keepers dive very far forward. Like, first of all, he's not even near his line. He was already well off his line, but they dive forward, and I've seen it a lot of times backfire on them, and that's something we talk about again with keepers being a little bit of, they're not a complete mess, but they make too many mistakes. I don't mind mistakes, but they make too many. But talk about mistake, there is not a mistake in sight with this one. Casemiro with an absolute banger right there. Casemiro has been brilliant this season. He's one of them players that will just go under the radar in these seasons because he's doing DM work. You know, we don't show random interceptions and random tackles. You're going to miss a lot of that stuff. But if there's one thing we know about Casemiro offensively, it's that he can slap a ball. We know Casemiro can hit one. And he's pulled out the first wonder goal of the series. Well, I mean, the Vinicius one against Villarreal was quite beautiful, but this is a different level. This one right here, I will call that the first wonder strike of the save. Casemiro doubling our lead against Shakhtar Donetsk. And really at this point, I was feeling pretty comfortable because Shakhtar really didn't trouble me too much. But again, Eder Militao once again called back for a handball. And let's have a look at this one. Maybe this one was a little bit... Again, I mean, maybe it did touch his hand, but like minimal contact. I don't even know about that one, but Shakhtar stepped up, and that one, there's a lot to play. There's a lot to bring out about that one because, like, first of all, if you look at Courtois, I pressed to dive, right? I pressed to dive to the right-hand side, and he kind of started the diving animation and then stopped it and came back and caught the ball. I ain't complaining. We saved it. And then we made our lead even bigger as Eder Militao, who, I mean, if you watch these videos, you see from just these videos, he's given away a couple penalties already. He's been brilliant. Militao is really good in this game. I don't know if you're playing, I don't know about Ultimate Team, to be honest, but I mean, I'm going to give you my, all right, forget Ultimate Team, career mode. If you're playing a career mode and you're looking for a really good center back, I would recommend Militao from what I've played so far. This guy is really good. He's got pace. He's really strong, good in the air, good on the ball. He's good so far. So we're up 3-0 right now. At this point, you know, we're cruising, just trying to, you know, get even more goals, and it's beautifully played right there from Karim Benzema. And in the 72nd minute, we made it 4. Wait, in these highlights, I'm looking real good. Again, you don't see all the misplaced passes, loose balls. Yeah, you only see them when it works. But in these highlights, we're looking good, bro. That was a nice little turn from Benzema, and he was able to find the back of the net right there. And Toni Kroos getting himself Man of the Match award, 2 assists. Toni Kroos, I'm loving this. Is yeah, okay, so that's what I was going to mention something when I was talking about the passing. One thing that I find interesting, obviously we're playing on manual, so everything, like all the passes is like down to me, right? Wherever I aim is where it goes. But I find it interesting that, especially with the cross-field passes and stuff like that, it feels a lot more accurate with players like Kroos and Modric. When I play those passes with Kroos and Modric, it feels like such a better pass, even though I'm on manual. And it's really weird. It's kind of interesting. I want to find out, like, how much the stats actually matter. Like, do they matter at all? Like, does the short passing stat matter anymore that I'm playing on manual? I don't know. But, like I say, if I try and switch to play with other players, it doesn't feel as accurate, as crisp. But maybe with the better players, they give you a little bit of leeway, even on manual. I don't know exactly how it works, but maybe that is the case. That's something that I just wanted to point out and mention, because that's something that I found kind of interesting. But this is, you know, the table for the end of today's episode. Athletic Bilbao are top of the league, and I believe we play Bilbao in the next episode. So somebody is going to lose their unbeaten record. Only us and Athletic Bilbao are unbeaten at this point in the season. I think we're playing Athletic Bilbao in the next episode. And then I believe that the episode after that, we're going to have our first live game of the season, as we're going to play against Barcelona in the El Clasico. So that's going to be a good one, because really, Barcelona and Real Madrid are playing this weekend in real life. So that should line up with the real life El Clasico, which should be fun, and it should be a good game. I'm looking forward to all of this. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this save. We are still trying to make our push. We want to get to the top of the table, and hopefully if we have a good episode in the next one, we can get to the top of the table and really assert our dominance on this season. Hope you guys are enjoying the Real Madrid career mode. Make sure you return tomorrow for the next one, and all throughout the rest of the week, we're going to have videos as well up until that El Clasico. So keep an eye out. Like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.